Now guys, before we get into this video, if you could leave a comment of your favorite weapon down in the comments below. I gotta make more class setup videos. I gotta show you guys more classes and stuff. If that's something you guys want to see, let me know down in the comments. Let's get into it. Damn, you just ruined my intro. We're gonna keep it. What is up, guys? My name is Nick, and today we're gonna be looking at the top 5 fastest time to kill guns in Call of Duty Black Ops 6 multiplayer. So these guns are gonna be the ones that I think are just the best overall in the game that you want to use. If you guys enjoy this type of stuff, make sure to drop a like and let me know. The first one we're gonna get into is the PP919. This gun right here is just overall a really good gun. I'm going to tell you guys that all these attachments here, all these guns are only going to have 5 attachments. So for the PP919, we start off with the ported compensator. This one's good for first shot recoil control, horizontal and vertical recoil control. Then we got the long barrel on this one for damage range. All right, it's going to give you that nice range. You're going to need it. It's going to be really good. It's just overall such a good gun. After that, we're going to move on to the fast mag 2. All right, this is going to make you only have 40 bullets in the mag, but it's also going to increase your sprint to fire and your ADS by a lot, and you can reload a lot faster as well. It's kind of on par with the other SMGs. You're not going to have that huge barrel that you need to reload, or not barrel, I guess you could call it like a drum barrel kind of. I don't know what it is. Then we got the balanced stock, and this one's going to give you guys aim walking movement speed, hip fire movement speed, and strafing movement speed as well. And then finally the recoil springs for horizontal and vertical recoil control. This gun right here is a straight shooter. If I show you guys this in the firing range, these two distances right here is kind of where this gun really shines, and you guys can see like it's just fast. It's just really fast at dropping enemies. So make sure you're using this right here for the PP919. Moving on to another class, we're gonna ignore the names, by the way, guys. All right, I got the wrong names on, but we're gonna move on to the KSV. This is a gun that I haven't used much recently, but I do love it. Like I said, everyone's just gonna be 5 attachments, so it is what it is. The first attachment on this one is going to be the long barrel. This is gonna give you guys damage range, pretty much all you need for this gun right here to make it better at longer distances. And then obviously for the underbarrel, like I always say, precision foregrip is way better than the vertical foregrip because you're also getting aiming idle sway, which helps you hit those first shots really quick. With the vertical foregrip, you're not getting any of that aiming idle sway. You can miss that first shot that you take and stuff. So put on the precision, you guys will be good. Extended mag 1 definitely needed for this one. You're going to get 40 bullets in the mag as well, which means you got to reload a lot less times where you get into a gunfight and you got to reload right away and then an enemy pops up. It's not going to happen as often with this one right here. For the rear grip, we're going to move on to the ergonomic grip. This is going to give you slide to fire speed, dive to fire speed, but it's also going to give you a nice boost in ADS speed. Now, this slide to fire speed, I should say, is something I kind of like because I've been sliding a lot recently, and I find if you could slide properly, if you could time your slide nicely, you could drop people easily. And then finally, for the fire mod, we're going to put on recoil springs as well, just to get that horizontal and vertical recoil. And I accidentally took that off instead of heading into the firing range. Let me show you guys this right here. Again, basically for this range and this range, if you try to go any further than this, as you guys can see, the gun does start to have recoil, so you're going to have to hold it pretty tightly in order to actually hit those shots. But it's really good. It's fast. It's a nice class. The sprint to fire should be good. Everything should be nice and quick on it. It's a good class for the KSV. Moving on to another weapon on this list, we're going to go to the XM4, and I kind of switched up my XM4 class. I used to have 8 attachments for it, but I went down to 5, and I find it still performs really nice. So the first one is going to be the muzzle, and that's going to be the compensator for that vertical recoil control. The XM4 has a lot of vertical recoil, so throwing this on is going to help you guys out a lot. The long barrel is going to be what we're going to use for the barrel, and this is going to give you a lot of damage range as well. It's going to help you hit those 50-meter and up shots a lot nicer. It's not going to do too much damage, extra damage I should say, out at like 100 meters, but it's just really nice to run for sure. The magazine is going to be the extended mag 1, so we could get 45 in the mag. And the good thing about this, as you guys can see in the cons, there's no reload con. You're still going to reload at the same speed. Everything's still going to be nice, so it's really worth it in my opinion. The rear grip on this one's going to be the commando foregrip for ADS and sprint to fire. It's an AR, guys, so you want it to be a little stronger than it should be, or a little faster than it should be, and with this attachment right here, you're going to get that for sure. And then the stock is going to be the buffer weight stock. It's really good for vertical and horizontal recoil control. It's kind of OP if you ask me. Now guys, before we continue with this video, if you're enjoying it so far, if you could leave a like, I would truly appreciate that, and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here with those noties turned on. All right, look at this right here. Look at this. All right, I'm telling you guys, there is like no recoil whatsoever with this gun, and some people might call me a cheater because of the lack of recoil on this thing. Do what you got to do, make this class yourself, and look at it. All right, I'm not even controlling the recoil whatsoever on this thing. It's actually really easy to just go ahead and shoot enemies. I'm not touching my left stick at all. It's such a good class for the XM4. One of my favorite, ouch, I just kicked my desk. One of my favorite classes in the entire game. Going on to another weapon, guys, we got the last two. We got the Jackal and the KRIG C. Now, the KRIG C is a gun. Again, I'm only level 13 on this, but I could still throw on all these attachments. It's still really good. I haven't used it as much as I should have recently, but I'm going to start using ARs again. I've been using way too many SMGs, but we got the Kepler Microflex on this one. The first gun with a sight, and the reason for that is because I just don't like the iron sight of the KRIG. If you could go without this, definitely go ahead and maybe put on like the compensator or something like that, but I could use it without the compensator. I prefer the optic, at least in my opinion. The long barrel is what we're going to use for the barrel again, for that damage range. Really nice. Precision over vertical all the time, guys. Precision foregrip, trust me, it's nice. You're going to have a little more recoil with the precision foregrip, but you're going to hit that first shot, which is the most important shot to hit when actually getting into gunfights. Then we got extended mag 1 again, 45, except this one, unlike the XM4, actually does have a con, and your reload quickness is a little slower with it, so keep that in mind. Overall, really good. And then for the rear grip, we're going to throw on the Commando grip, and this is going to give you guys ADS and sprint to fire. If I show you guys this class, it's way more bouncy than the XM4. It has a lot more recoil, as you can see right there. And in case anyone thinks, because I always get comments where people think I'm running like a script to control recoil and stuff, you could see my guns literally have recoil. If I'm good in the game and I could control my recoil in game, like I could control it here too, I can make it kind of look like it has no recoil. That's just because of years of playing COD, guys. But if I shoot out here with the KRIG C, you're going to see there is quite a bit of recoil. I have to really hold that down. I'm just good at controlling recoil because I've been playing COD since Black Ops 1. Honestly, it's longer than a lot of people have been alive. I've been playing COD, all right? So we'll leave it at that. And then we got the Jackal PDW for the final class right here. This one is probably one of my favorite SMGs. Might not be liked by a lot of people, but it's just overall such a good SMG to use. So I'm going to run the compensator for sure for vertical recoil control. Then I'm going to run the reinforced barrel rather than the long barrel because we want some bullet velocity on this as well. It's an SMG. Those bullets aren't going as far as fast as ARs and stuff. So getting that bullet velocity and damage range on this is really nice. Then we got the vertical instead of the precision for this gun, okay? I've noticed two things with this gun, and the reason I'm running the vertical is because if I'm not, this gun has a little too much recoil. I don't like it too much, so I kind of need that. And I noticed that when you do take that first shot with this gun, it doesn't miss as often as other weapons. So I feel like the precision foregrip on this gun right here is not fully needed. That's the reason I'm running the vertical. If you still want to run the precision, I'm going to recommend it for every other gun, but for this one right here, I feel like vertical is enough. Then we got the Commando grip. This is for ADS and sprint to fire again, really nice and fast, and recoil springs. You could run rapid fire on this if you're good at controlling the recoil. Do not text me right now, I cannot answer you if you're good at controlling the recoil and stuff, but honestly, I feel like this is more needed. I feel like recoil springs is a little better, and as you guys can see, like that first shot, if I just ADS and shoot, it hits most of the time, so you don't need to worry about it. This gun's good. Again, I wouldn't really recommend it for like this range here. As you guys can see, the recoil is really hard to control, but it's an SMG. These two ranges right here, if you're just running, if you're doing whatever, you're drop shotting, you want to hit some enemies, it's a good gun to actually do that with. Bang, dead. Alright guys, like I said, man, if you enjoyed the video, if you guys could drop a big fat like on it, I would truly appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel with those notifications turned on, and let me know down in the comments below what is your favorite weapon in Black Ops 6. I'm gonna try and make a class for every single weapon. I gotta start making more class setup videos, so if that's something you want to see, let me know down in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.